Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and here we are. Obviously, the audio doesn't match because this entire clip doesn't have audio, and I am so mad. This is Editing Kayla inviting you to watch this intro clip while I explain my life. Basically, we're doing a read my library books before Wonderthon video. Okay? And in this clip, I talk about how um, I'm excited for Wonderthon. I've got like 4 or 5 books I need to finish before Wonderthon starts. I don't know what else I say. And then I go on to say I'm starting Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. Here we are. I think I said that I'm like 100 pages into it. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing for some events. And then to say that I'm reading Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White. My hair looks a mess. Um, I, I I don't know. I'm reading Compound Fracture for this, and so I'm going to let you actually watch the video where there is audio. Love you so much. How embarrassing.
Dude, are you doing literally anything? Look at this. It's so silly. It's on a cardboard block. It's not cardboard. Why is it so close to my face? I just don't want you to hear me do it. Which is recording, so ha.
Oh, you are going to. Hello.
No, you're not in the video. I'm gonna edit you out.
Well, okay, but I mean, you'll have this footage forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it right out and delete it off my computer.
Not allowed to do anything. You're gonna sit there for 10 minutes or until it's done, whichever comes first.
Okay. You're gonna think I'm weird. Okay, so I feel like this is the best time to update because I'm not 50% of the way through either of these things, but I'm close enough that I think it's time. Because one, there's still light outside. Two, I'm gonna want to read tonight and I'm gonna be over 50%. Like I feel like I'm gonna come back through both of these and be like, yeah, I'm almost done with the book. So I might as well just do it now. Okay. So for the Brandon Sanderson book for Words of Radiance, I am 517 pages through my brick. Okay, it's literally a brick. I could beat somebody with this. I'm not going to, but I'm so lost. This is the second book in the Stormlight Archive. The first book was Way of Kings. You know, I told you that earlier. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm kind of tandem reading with my eyes, listening, and I don't know what's happening. And I feel bad as a reader to come here and say that I don't know what I'm even reading. And honestly, that's okay because I feel like this is just what's going to happen. So it is the second book. The back of this says the Knights Radiant must stand again, ancient oaths, blah, blah, blah. There's a Windrunner, a Lightwearer, a Bondsmith, and an Explorer, and an Assassin. I don't know. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Okay, I just exist in reading this. So to literally anybody that's read this and actually,
And here's where my phone, my camera just falls. Okay? It falls, and when I pick it back up, set everything back up, and start talking again, I'm blurry. This video is going to get more and more weirdly chaotic. And I think this is hilarious to me. This is so funny. So, this is your last chance of this clip to see me not blurry. And then I'm about to be blurry for like 2 minutes. So if that hurts, turn your back and just listen to me talk while I'm a little blurry, okay? Love you. Bye.
What are you reading? Because I'm not reading the same thing that you're reading. That. Okay. So earlier I was explaining what's happened so far in Compound Fracture. I don't know why I hold the book like upside down to you, but Compound Fracture, I was reading this. No, I was explaining this earlier, and I honestly should have recorded my explanation because I kind of popped off. I'm on page 154, so I'm probably 40% of the way through. I think 184 is the halfway. So I'm just shy of halfway, but I think I found a new favorite author. Like, this is doing something to me. So basically, we follow Miles, and we're in West Virginia. Miles is a trans boy who has a family. Miles's family history is tied to the sheriff's family history, where they're like feuding and hate each other. And so basically, it's just about them being in West Virginia and two families hating each other. It's a mining. It was a mining town. There are like abandoned mines there. But basically, Miles gets beat up by the sheriff's son and then goes on this like spree of like figuring himself out. I think he's trans and autistic, so he's figuring himself out. He's figuring his family out. He's figuring his family history out. He's trying to figure out what to do with the sheriff and that family. And earlier I was reading, and he started. I think this also could be like a fan. I don't know, fantasy, magical realism. I don't know. But basically, he is like seeing the ghost of his great great grandfather or something, and that storyline crazy. I was on Instagram earlier on my Bookstagram account, and I saw somebody do fan art of Miles and Cooper, and then I actually saw fan art of Dallas, who's another character who I think just got reintroduced, like was briefly talked about, and then Dallas showed up, and it was really interesting seeing the fan art of Dallas because like not really a spoiler, and like you don't know why. I'm not gonna tell you why, but like Dallas is covered in like burns, and it was really interesting seeing that fan art. I have no further comments other than I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get people to read this, like people who this would literally be like their like life turning point, who are not people that should be reading this realistically, but people that I want to read it. You know? Anyway, I'm gonna go read and do other things. So
staying home when you're working late again. Quiet phone, it's already 10 p.m. This is new, getting used to missing you. Been a while, usually we're so in tune. Ooh, you got me. Ooh, wishing we could be on the same page, but I know this is a phase, and honestly, I'm alright on my own. I enjoy having some time alone, but when it gets late, I miss you so much when you're at work, so I'll try to stay awake till you come home, till you come home. Call me up, tell me about your day. I just feel like you're a planet away among the from your view. Just look down, remember we're waiting for you.
Okay, so here we are. I finished a book, finally. I finished the first book in this adventure, and that book that I finished is Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White. This is the tea. This book is literally the tea because you're telling me queer Appalachian thriller. That's what we're writing for the young adults these days. Obsessed. I wish, as a teacher, I can say this, okay? I wish children knew how to read to be able to understand this, but that's my teacher hot take, and one day maybe I'll be proven wrong. Okay, hear me out. But queer Appalachian thriller, I wouldn't necessarily like when you say thriller, I wouldn't think this book, but it is in the thriller like idea. You could say it's a thriller idea, thriller adjacent. But this is so good. So good. So Miles, our main fella, he I told you what this is about, but basically like it keeps going and talks about like more socialist things and like the poor people are fighting back against like the people in charge. It's not so much like political in a way of like the big guy, like the rich guy. It's more so like cops, right? And this atmosphere, but I loved it. I think the queer rep was amazing. I think that if you are looking for a book to read in June for Pride, get this one. Kids learning, young adults learning themselves and what it's like to be trans and what it's like to be non binary and what it's like to actually have parents and the people around you who care about you when you're going through stuff like this. Like that's I love it. I love the representation here. Um this book is like no other. So if you are looking for that, go after it. I think what would be more fun if it dove a little bit deeper into like the Appalachian like lore. I think that's kind of where I wish it would have went, but it's not part of the story. It's not like the main focus of the story. Okay? So that. And then I don't know if I put that clip in here, but I started All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. This is a romance between a lady who is she's moving back to somewhere where she grew up, and after breaking up with her boyfriend, and she rents an apartment from this guy's kid, and then I think it's like grumpy, like this man is grump, he's big grump. So I don't know. It's a romance book. I don't know. That's what we're gonna get. It's a romance book, and I'm already 64 pages of the way into it. I was reading it and then I just could not focus, so I found the audiobook. So now I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm listening to it while I clean, and then I'll take a break and read it, and blah 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 blah. So that's that. It is Saturday, so I've been kind of slow moving today, but now's the time where I'm gonna do the last bit of things I need to do, go on an adventure, and try to read for the rest of the day. I feel like I have a bad habit of being like, I'm going to read so much today. If I go on an adventure, there's no reading. If I literally am not by myself hiding, there is no reading. So I may put off my adventure for a little bit longer so I can read, because I know once I go literally anywhere, there will be no reading. So I'm going to go figure something out. And I'll be back when I either get 50% of the way through this or make any sort of progress in not the Way of Kings, in Words of Radiance. I think I'm 53% of the way through Words of Radiance now. And per my last update, I have no idea what's going on. I'm a great booktuber, okay? I have no idea what's going on. Like at all. Like I have no idea. So I don't think I'll figure out what's going on. I still want to read the book because I want to get the page count. I want to feel accomplished. I want to maybe learn what's happening. I might have to watch a video, but at this rate, everybody in the comments, probably particularly Ruby, maybe Bailey, are going to be like, stop reading that. And I'm going to tell you no. And then also, you're probably going to tell me to not keep reading the series. I probably won't. I don't know. I haven't decided. Okay. But if I don't know what's happening now, I'm not probably going to know what's happening when I'm 1,000 pages in versus when I'm like 600 pages in. Like, I'm literally 600 pages into this book and I have no earthly idea. Who's to say? Not me.
From your view, just look down. Remember, we're waiting for you. Ooh, you got me. Ooh, wishing we could be in the same place, but I know you're doing great, and honestly, I'm alright on my own. I enjoy having some time alone, but when it gets late, I miss you so much when you're at work, so I'll try.
So, I'm doing this in my car because I'm at work and I was parked like 2 lots that way and there were people all around me watching me, and so it's like, let me skirt over here in this empty parking lot at the same building and do this real quick on my lunch break. Okay, so a lot's happened. I finished All Roads Lead Here. I just read all of it. And those people that say that that book is like amazing, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, perfection, they're lying. It was bad. So we have, I don't remember her name, Aurora, and she moves back to her hometown, like that she lived at when she was like little, and she does this like Airbnb type thing at this garage apartment. She rents it out for a month. And then the guy that owns it's kid was actually the one who like gave it to her. And the guy is like some gruff old man. Like, you expect this to be like an age gap. The age gap is probably like 10 years. Like, it's like not that deep, I feel like. Like, it's not real. So, that. And it was just like, it took 60% of the book before they even like looked at each other with googly eyes. Why did it take so long? Okay, so I actually don't. I recommend that book if you like a slow burn. I don't recommend that book literally for any other reason. And then I finished Words of Radiance. This, I am proving to you that I'm a horrible reader sometimes. I have no idea what happened. Like, I really don't. I don't know. And I was reading reviews yesterday and it was like, oh my gosh, so amazing, the twist, the ending, and this character's my baby, and this, and do. No. It's bad. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who these characters are. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know this magic system. I don't understand. I cannot tell you a single thing that happened in that book. I promise I read it. I spent a month reading it, pretty much, and I have no idea. So that this is like a show, like this is stupid. This whole thing is stupid. But I also did end up reading the first, this wasn't supposed to be in this, but then I got it from the library, the first volume of the Demon Slayer manga, and it was good. I also read volume 2 last night. Not that good. I honestly probably won't keep reading unless like I just happen to come across either of them, but I liked 1, 2 was fine. Okay, last thing on this blog is I'm gonna start it. I haven't started yet. I'll probably start it while I'm eating lunch. You Better Watch Out by James S. Murray and Darren Wearmouth. Now, if you know anything about this, James S. Murray is Murr from Impractical Jokers. Slay. James S. Murray is a writer and executive producer and actor best known as Murr on the hit TV show Impractical Jokers on True TV and TBS. He's the owner of Impractical Productions, LLC. I love nightmare. So he's not my favorite because obviously it's Q. Q's our favorite, Practical Joker. But I'm interested in this because it's like 2 authors, but I don't know why. I don't know if Murr's just not good at writing yet, so he like has this other guy with him, or it really just has Murr's name on it, or I don't know. So this one is You Better Watch Out. Let me hold this up for you. You Better Watch Out by James S. Murray. This obviously is a Christmas thriller. It's giving Christmas. I'm reading Christmas in June. Why did I not pick like The Stowaway, which was about a boat? I think it's because this one just came out. That's look, because it was in the new section of the library. 2024. Yeah, so it probably came out around Christmas time. So that tracks. But this is a Christmas thriller. Don't really know anything. 48 hours until Christmas. Jessica Kane wakes up with blurred vision and ringing ears and excruciating pain. The last thing she remembers is going for a run and something or someone hitting her head and leaving a gash and blood running down her face. She's trapped in an unknown deserted town with 5 other strangers, blah, 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 blah. Christmas thriller. So I'm going to go back inside to work. I'm going to go into the room that we're like, it's like a PLC. It's like, not PLC. It's like a PD. We're learning how to be teachers, I guess. I'm going to go back in the room, eat my lunch. I think I have like an hour. I think when I started lunch, I had an hour and a half, and by now I have an hour. So I'm going to eat my lunch, read, disassociate in the corner, and yeah, so I will check back. Probably this is really short, honestly. It's like 200 and, let's be realistic, 225 pages. I'll check back with you probably when this is over at that point, unless something crazy happens and I want to tell you before that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to work and I'll see you later, I guess. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. It's a week later. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's a week later. But I finished You Better Watch Out by James S. Murray, and low key it was trash. I ended up switching from the ebook or from the physical book to the audiobook because I couldn't do it anymore. I read like 20 pages and was like, can't do this. So I got the audiobook. I listened to that over like a few days, and I had nothing to say. Like, I was listening to it while I was like doing chores. It was just like the most predictable, like uninteresting, lame mystery thriller. Like, I feel like it was trying to be The Village, but it wasn't. Like, it wasn't exactly like that, but like I have no comment. Like, I do think I do give books kind of a bit of credit when I can picture the scene in my head. Like, there have been books that I've read that I can't like I can't picture it in my head. This, however, I was able to picture everything in my head, the scenes, what was going on. Like, I got the clear picture, but I was bored with the picture, if that makes sense. So I think I gave it 2.5 stars, I think. I gave whatever. Okay. This video is full of books I didn't like. So thankfully, maybe that's the point of getting library books, is testing the waters with things. This video was, what did I even read for this video, you guys? Words of Radiance. I think I gave it 2 stars because 1,000 pages of unsure nothing. I read I read Compound Fracture in this. Compound Fracture, 5 stars. So good. The only reason I haven't already started his other books are because at my public library they're marked as missing. The other 2 books are marked as lost. So someone loved them so much they lost them. And by lost them I mean they're keeping them at their house. So that sucks. So Compound Fracture was 5 stars. Words of Radiance was like 2.5 stars. All Roads Lead Here, I think I gave 3 stars. And I might have even been nice and gave Better Watch Out 3 stars. So this was a 3-star video. 3-star video. Here we are. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. I think this is a good like intro back into trying to do this. I want to be more um present on this platform, and I want to be better at reading and explaining what I read. Feel like that's kind of something I'm not good at. Is I'm like, here I liked it, you know what I mean, and I want to explain it. Anyway, that. So if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought of these books, or recommend me a book, or just say hi. Hi, friend. So like, comment, subscribe if you want. If you literally made it this far, if you made it this far and haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Okay, just do it. Okay, whatever. And I'll see you guys in my next video. It's actually 20 minutes to Wonderthon, so see you during after Wonderthon.
Thinks I'm dead inside.